What's going on, YouTube? If you're new here, my name's Thunderstick, and welcome to the Homestead. Ladies! Welcome back, y'all. Today we are going to pick up right where we left off. If y'all remember, we've been working on that cast iron. I can't wait to show you what we got. So y'all remember, we poured that outside vinegar in here because we wanted to get rid of it. And y'all look at that bubbled up mess. Even I'm a little bit surprised. Now I gotta figure out how to get rid of that mess. Clearly I did not think this through. Y'all, that was a little perilous. What we ended up doing was dumping out the vinegar in the cast iron pot. We did not want to spill that all over the porch. So it's in the pot. What we're going to do is take a look at it and give it a scrub. So it looked pretty good. It definitely looked cleaner. Let's see what happens here. As you see, that nasty light stuff is coming off, and it definitely smells like apple cider vinegar. Yeah, this is just going to be a scrub and repeat process. Let's go ahead and see what the inside of the pot looks like. I can't really see nothing. I'm going to give you a scrub real quick, and then we're going to dump all this on the other side of the porch, then we'll look at it. So we're back out here on the side porch where I got a little bit more light, and I can see things. I'm gonna give this top a good scrub, and then we'll go from there. More than likely, I'm gonna go get the baking soda in the water again. If you didn't watch part 1 of this video, I encourage you to go do so. But the baking soda is just adhesive enough, and coarse enough, I should say, that it pulls up all the rust, and it pulls up any material that is loose on the surface here. So we're just using a little baking soda or water for that reason. I'm just going to continue to scrub until all this baking soda stops turning brown, and then we'll be done with this part anyway. So we rinse this top off again, and it's starting to look pretty good. Ideally, I'd like to get all the rust off, or at least more of it. So I'll work on that here in a minute, but now I want to turn my attention over to the main pot. So, we got the main pot here. Then go ahead and repeat that process. You know, sometimes it's just a matter of literally rinse and repeat. This is one of those times. There ain't a whole lot much I can say about it. So I'm gonna get to scrubbing, and y'all can enjoy the music. I just poured some more baking soda in here, and I'm just scrubbing. And my nurse said off camera, she goes, yeah, that's gonna be several rinse and repeats right there. And if y'all look in that bottom little hot, that stuff is disgusting. And Dad brought up the idea, how about we use a drill? I've never found the drill because that does a lot of removal real fast. However, I think with the little grass brush that we got on the end of here, it'll be just fine. we're gonna give it a shot. I'd say that did a pretty good job at knocking off some hard crust that's right here where my index finger is. Because this is a brass brush, the brass is softer than all the rust in the cast iron. So the cast iron shouldn't get hurt while the rust should easily come off. After this pot took another blood sacrifice, we rinsed it out again, and y'all should really see what the inside looks like. We are getting somewhere. I'm really excited. So what I'm gonna do, more baking soda, and this time I'm gonna start working on the walls of this pot. And now we strode. I think I'm gonna try to lay this pot on its side. When you're doing this process, sometimes you gotta add a little bit of water. You know, the baking soda in itself ain't gonna do a whole lot. Y'all saw all that scrubbing. Let's look and see how this pot looks. Y'all see on the walls and on the bottom, we are definitely removing rust. So I made the decision, we're gonna go ahead and do this with vinegar, do the bottom anyhow. But before I do that, I'm gonna scrub the sides of the lip here and see what we can get off. Well, it is the next day. Like I said, we let the pot soak in vinegar on the inside overnight. And we're going to take a look at it. The pot looks about the same. Today we're going to focus on the bowl of the pot itself. Let's take the lid off and see what it looks like. So y'all remember what this looked like when I poured vinegar in it yesterday. And now you can see hardly just a little bit of rust in there. All I need to do is rinse this out. But before we do that, I will add a little bit more baking soda and get as much of this rust out as possible. So there's the bottom of the pot. I finally got some light on the situation. And that looks a whole lot better than what it did just yesterday. So I'm going to shrub right here in this section. See if we can get this rust off right here. I really don't advise y'all doing this in the kitchen, but by the time Mom finds out, I've already been done this, so don't tell her that. My fingers are screaming from this today, because I did a lot of scrubbing by hand. So I'm going to try to use this brush most of the day. I had scrubbed all I had scrubbed today. I did not get any blood to the pot this time. But my fingers are hurting more than when I started this today. I'm going to take some regular white vinegar and this grainy soap. And I'm going to pour it in the bottom of this pot. It's going to cause a chemical reaction. I don't know if it's going to help, but it sure won't hurt the pot to have all that bubbling going on. Enjoy this little science experiment. Well, it's day 3. Let's get to scrubbing. I did come out here and mess with this pot earlier, but when I come out, there was rust on the top, and it looked real horrible. So we're gonna pour this out. So here's the bottom of the pot. We're gonna hit some more baking soda on it. The one thing I've been looking around Homestead for is a container to put this cast iron in so I can clean the outside using vinegar. Looks like I'm gonna have to go to the store and pick something up. After all that scrubbing, these are the final results. What I decided to do after all that scrubbing is put vinegar in the bottom of this cast iron and let it sit all weekend. That should remove any rust and any grime that's in there. And during the weekend, I'm going to try to go find some sort of container to soak this whole pot in. Well, y'all, if you enjoyed the video, hit like, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, and as always, we'll see you next time. Appreciate it.